KUGAN, CASSIUS, IFL TV, MTK Global. Do you know what I've noticed today? You've gone for the more American-esque
We're changing,
style.
yeah, we're changing our branding, full stop. So rather than always coming up with posters all the time, when you're doing 60 shows a year, literally going to the designer and saying, "Can we have a new style poster?" So we're going to sort of start going a little bit more basic, but corporate, but you know, there we are, yeah, you know, it's like Saatchi and Saatchi style, you know. Really want to stamp our brand across this, you know, globally.
Is that Ross?
Yeah, that's Ross who works for us. Ross, absolutely amazing.
Ross has never been on the camera.
No, we'll get him on. We'll get him on.
Can you
Later.
introduce him?
Ross is over there. Come on, Ross. No, won't do it. Ross is ex-Saatchi. You know, I mean, you know, it's really bringing the brand to the forefront here. You know, rather than individual, you know, graphics, want something solid. You know, something that really represents the brand globally.
Do you know the best thing about your posters is the ability to make these fighters look stunning. Look at Cheeseman. And to be fair,
Serge.
the Garcia in the last poster for the press conference didn't really look like Garcia.
No, we put a golfer in.
All right.
No, we didn't really. No, but look at Cheddar. Looks different league there, doesn't he?
Big opportunity
For Cheddar.
tomorrow night for Cheddar.
Yeah, I mean.
And you're not rushing him, you know, he's just doing things at the right pace.
Look, the O2 give you a call and say, we've got this date, right? So you don't get many shots at the O2, so we said we'll take February the 2nd. So this show really is more of a copper box, Wembley Arena. We're going to have 5,000 in there, which I think is great. And he's starting to get a real good support now, Ted. And obviously that shows that what we're doing is working. But I like it. The O2 for me is probably one of the best arenas in the world. I love sticking them in there. They feel $1 million. You're going to fight better when you're sitting in the O2 change room than you are sitting in the York Hall. No disrespect to York Hall, but with Ted, as a promoter, you always know what you're going to get. Ted's going to be in a great fight. Everything I say now comes back to haunt me. It's like, you know that on Monday people are going to be playing this back if it's a stinker. So, but generally Cheeseman, and he's always in good fights. So, I mean, yesterday he was talking about Jamie Munguia in his Sky interview. It's just like, just chill out. And I think he's on the right path. He's only 23.
He looks a bit older than 23.
Who, Cheddar?
Cheddar. He's got a babyish face, but
he's a machine. I mean, he's a physical machine, and he's now finding his man strength. Fowler will be there tomorrow. You know, all these people are just taking for granted that Fowler's going to win and Cheeseman's going to win. Both could lose. So, yeah.
a Coley, bit of a, well, I was going to say that a mess, but he struggled to get him an opponent, and Miller pulled out.
So Sean Miller was from America. He pulled out. He's fighting Lodi, who's actually a lump and can punch. He's been beaten at decent European level before. It's a decent fight for Lawrence, where he can show what he's been working on. I've already made Lawrence his next fight, so hopefully he wins. Yeah, go back a bit, mate. I didn't know you knew that was there.
I know what you were doing. Oi, oi, Felix. Nice pants, Felix.
Like him, yeah?
One of the reasons I signed Felix is because he looks very similar to me in his pants. Spot on, Felix. Look, check it.
Felix.
Decent shape, look.
What's that?
What do you reckon?
What do you reckon?
Looks like the new Commonwealth champ to me. I'd say.
Edward.
Yes.
I have to say,
What are you going to
I
say?
failed.
Well, you often fail. In what respect?
I picked myself back up.
Have you? What, weight-wise?
No.
Oh.
No, I failed in my attempt to bring you a packet of Brannigan's roast beef and mustard.
Did anyone comment on that?
Yes, everyone did.
Did
and
they?
everyone said KUGAN knows what he's talking about, and you don't.
bollocks.
Oh, please.
Right, so you can't put Brannigan's beef and mustard even
No,
in...
roast beef and mustard.
Oh, sorry, mate.
Yeah,
What's
there is a difference.
in the top...
What
the
crisp
top
did
five.
you put it ahead of?
And put,
below rather. Monster Munch.
You
what?
got. I mean, look. It's all. Everything depends on the moment, right? You can't just. In my opinion, you can't talk about your number one crisp because your number one crisp is in that moment, right? So, for me, a lot of the times, my number one crisp will be Monster Munch pickled onion, right? I don't think many would go against that, right? But sometimes I want nice and spicy knickknacks, right? And every now and again, if I'm feeling a little bit crazy, fuck it, I'll go knick-knack, scampi and lemon.
Oh.
I mean, that's out there. But
What about the rib flavour?
No way.
Really?
No way. I mean, wheat crunches.
They're
You've
very
got your
underrated.
spicy tomato and you've got your, like, is it beef finger?
Bacon.
Yeah, bacon.
They're underrated. Wheat crunchies are underrated.
Salt and vinegar chipsticks, to be honest with you. And Frazzles. Like, just now and
I'm
again.
with it,
I mean,
I'm
but
right,
that's,
Frazzles.
But
I'm on the
sometimes I
Frazzles.
can tell you that Frazzles, whoa. And other times I can tell you Frazzles. Do you know what I mean? So,
Have you ever put Frazzles in a sandwich?
no, I've never put chips in a sandwich. Do you remember Salt and Shake?
I was just about to say that
Yeah.
with the little blue packet.
Yeah, nice.
What was the point of
I
that?
don't mind roast beef Monster Munch either.
No, I like roast beef. The pickled onion, I'm not really a
No,
fan
they're
of.
massive. And the flaming hot. Flaming hot.
Anyway, on to the boxing.
Yeah.
Right, let's talk about this leaked phone call
Yeah.
that's all over the line,
Yeah.
all over the internet today. The first thing that kind of baffled me was who records a conversation
So-
and puts it on there like this.
So, AJ had a delivery last night.
Do we know what the delivery was?
No,
Okay.
don't actually. And they left a note saying, tried to deliver it, but blah, blah, blah. So AJ gets home and phones up the delivery guy, right? And the delivery guy realises it's Anthony Joshua and he starts talking to him. And then he records the call. And then he puts it straight out on YouTube, which is a bit weird, but I mean,
That is bad
the first-
form,
the
isn't
first
it?
thing
That
that-
is bad form, isn't it?
yeah, but the first thing that I thought was, it actually shows what a decent geezer AJ is because he's talking, you've got the world heavyweight champion talking to this delivery guy who's recording the call, and he's actually giving him the time of day. In fact, he kept talking a bit too much. I spoke to AJ last night, I was like, mate, you wanted to carry on the conversation. Yeah, it looks like June, mate, if I go to America. So, yeah,
No, but-
bit of a weird one. I don't think...
What about the ethics around it?
Yes, I mean, I think the delivery people should get a little call and say, look, this ain't really on, is it? You know what I mean?
Would you be happy if that was you? And you'd said something? Not, I don't think
Mate,
you would have said anything.
people get hold of my number. I get calls all the time.
I'm surprised you haven't changed your number.
I can't be asked because so many people have got my number, and I don't really pick it up. If it's a private number anyway, I won't pick it up. But so every now and again I do. It's quite funny.
Someone
I pick
put it
up,
on
I go, yeah.
Grindr years ago, didn't they?
I pick it up. I'm like, hi. Is that Eddie? Yeah, Eddie. Yeah, mate, it is. Fucking hell. What do you want, mate? No. I just wanted to know if it was you. All right, mate. See you later.
What's happened in the last 15 hours?
What has happened? I'm so jet lagged. I went home last night and I was getting my kids to sleep and I fell asleep with them. And then I woke up at 10 and then couldn't get back to sleep till 3 in the morning. And then my kids woke me up at 6 because it was snowing. And then I went outside in my dressing gown and made 2 snowmen.
You had enough snow
Yeah.
to make a snowman?
Yeah.
No.
Did you know that the best way to make a snowman, my daughter taught me this, so you get the ball, the mass, and then you just roll it, yeah? And you keep on rolling it, for obviously, and in the end, I mean, I built a massive snowman.
Have you got a picture?
I haven't actually, no.
You went to all that trouble and you didn't take
Yeah,
a
I'll get
picture?
one.
Do your kids realise or know what a boat you are?
A boat.
Yeah. A boat.
What, as in well known?
Yeah. boat race.
Face. Yeah, I
Yeah.
know what it fucking stands
All
for.
right. Well, you sound like you didn't.
I'm
Do they know?
I'm from Brentwood.
No,
mate,
but
you
do
what
they
I mean?
know?
In the East End. What?
Or are you just like
Fat
Fat Daddy?
Yeah, no, I'm Fat Daddy.
You know what I mean?
Well, actually, my daughter said today, she said, let's do our family in snowmen. And then she went to me, this one's you, Dad, but I haven't managed to get it as fat. I was like, thanks. Do they know? No, look, yeah, I guess people talk about it at school. Because I think, like, normally, being a boxing promoter, young kids wouldn't really know, but it's because of AJ. Like, all the kids at her school know me as AJ's promoter. Because AJ, to those kids, is absolute God. And I took him up to school once.
Did you really?
He went up there, done a little speech for the kids.
That's nice. We didn't hear about that.
No, well, you don't hear a lot of the things that he does.
People only like the negative stuff anyway, don't they?
The what?
The negative stuff.
He's not going to film. He does a lot of stuff behind the scenes that people don't see. But when he went to that school, I mean, he took his belt and his gold medal.
What belt did he have at the time? The IBF?
Yeah, I can't remember. I've got a picture of it.
Your Peterborough show, Ed.
Yeah.
We haven't spoken about that.
Next
Headline,
Gen.
Yeah. Headlined by
Next gen,
Jordan Gill.
Yeah. Fighting Dominguez, a WBA international featherweight title. It's going to have Anthony Sims Jr. I'll break it to you now.
Is it really? In Peterborough?
Jr., will be making his UK return because he's just non-stop on me. When are you going to let me fight in the UK? So he'll be chief support. Talking about possibly Reakpor against Tommy McCarthy.
Oh.
Maybe Lee Wood for a title as well.
What day is that?
March the 2nd in Peterborough. And then so there we go, March 2nd Peterborough. March 8 Milan. March 9 Turning Stone for Bivol, Joe Smith. March 15 Farmer against Carroll, Katie Taylor, etc. March 15. March 23, be announcing our London show on Saturday. March 30, Liverpool. April 6, probably LA. It's actually from February 23rd. It's basically every single week, virtually, till God knows.
So we're skipping April 13th at the moment. Yeah.
At the moment, yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, you've come out and said that next week we'll know what's going on.
You will know next week.
Well, we hope so.
You will. No, you will.
Signed, sealed, and delivered.
Yep.
Something happened last night.
Here I am, baby.
Something happened last night.
Yeah, a few calls.
Yeah.
We're closing in.
Can we just show people what actually happens at a weigh-in?
Well, the doors aren't open yet.
I know, but there's enough people here.
So over here,
Could us walk? Come on.
got the streaming team.
I don't think it's got. Chris, is your headset on?
So all our stuff now, weigh-in, press conference, workouts, all live stream now. Chris Lloyd presenting.
That's your new media guy, isn't he?
Yeah, Lewis.
Lewis.
And obviously some of the media set up. It's Rob Tebbett from BoxNation.
Who?
Rob Tebbett, is that his name?
Who?
Rob Tebbett.
Don't know who that geezer is.
Don't you?
Generally
Well, get
don't.
on.
Should we speak to him?
What are you doing?
Sorry, we've not met before. KUGAN from IFL.
CASSIUS? I've heard
Can
about it.
because you're probably
Probably.
the up and coming channel, mate.
Right?
How are you?
How are you?
Hi.
Good. You're the up and coming channel, are you?
Am I?
Are you number 2?
I don't know.
Is he number 2?
It's not a race, Eddie.
Ross just been asking me the questions that I want to ask you.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay, good. What's your favourite
What
after
you
show?
said, yeah?
What is the?
Oh, I know.
Who is number 2?
Don't do it.
Seriously, I'm being
I
serious.
don't know.
Who is number 2? No.
Who do you think?
After IFL, who is number 2? Well, you got Fight Hype, you got Behind the Gloves, you got Boxing Social. You tell me. Give me the facts.
Give us some facts.
Why are you filming me?
No, but just.
don't even know who you are.
Shout out to
Shout
Umar,
out to
IFL Umar.
You know what it's like.
What?
To have a camera stuck in your face.
I know what it's like.
Right.
Ben's comments about Eddie last night. Ben
Ben
Davison.
Davison.
Let's have a look.
What decides the purse split? A belt or money generated? Both. Because if Wilder Fury 2 goes ahead, it generates more than the Joshua fight. Wrong. And how can Joshua be the best without beating the best? He is number one. Or is Parker and Martin classed as best? No, Klitschko is though when he unified against him. And Parker was a champion at the time. Ben Davison, what decides the purse split? A belt or money generated? Both. Anyway. Yeah.
But you're
I
on
said about Ben Davison, I hold my hands up, he's done really well. But you do not understand about boxing business. And I do not understand about training fighters.
No.
So let's stay in our lanes.
What do you think, Adam?
Stay in our lanes, Goog. Stay in our lanes. Absolutely, stay in our lanes.
Fair enough. Have you? Is there anything you want to ask him?
Yeah, I do.
Go on.
What's
crack on.
happening? How was America?
It was good. It was good. Well, I was only there for 26 hours.
What we learned? What's happening?
So we learnt that Joshua could well fight Miller, as you well know. You know all these facts anyway. And we saw Tedman Farmer go at it with John O'Carroll, which was fun. I felt sorry for Katie Taylor because everyone was shouting and screaming, and then Katie went up there and said, "Looking forward to unifying." And
She's the star of that show.
Yeah, she is.
She's the star of that show for us.
Of course.
Did you
Callum
quote and
Johnson
say
against Monaghan is announced today.
on what
for
card?
Turning Stone. March
that the 9th?
Yeah, yeah.
Why didn't you stick that in Philly?
Because Philly's rammed.
Philly's round.
It is. Philly is rammed. So
New signings?
yeah, well we signed Runcibo. So he'll fight April 6th probably against Estrada, then fight Yafai.
Jeff on that bill.
Yeah, I might. If Joshua goes June 1st, I might stick Yafai in there against that Nietes, unifying, and then I'd like to do Tommy Coyle against Chris Algieri on that card.
On what bill?
If Joshua goes to America, I'd like to do Ricky Burns against Ray Beltran rematch. I'd like to do like a massive British, 7 or 8 Brits in big fights against Americans if possible, or international fights.
You happy to go to New York?
Absolutely, 100%.
Yeah?
100%. It's a great adventure. It's a fantastic move for Anthony. I said to Eddie, it reminds us of when Naz went over, fought Kevin Kelly. Took over the whole of New York. He's got the character. He's got the global appeal, AJ, to take over America, and I think this is the right time for it. I mean, he came over in December for the field in Canelo week, and he was loved. He got an enormous reception in the Garden. I think he got a bite for it, and I think he wants to go there. And I think because of the fact that April 13th is now too close, and Dillian has been difficult with the deal. I think that we've got to move on, and I think Dillian has to move on with his career, and Anthony has to move on with his. And if it's Jarrell Miller in New York, so be it. Jarrell's a great talker. He's unbeaten. I think it's the perfect move for Joshua, who now wants to be a global superstar, and I think he'll go down an absolute storm in America.
Yeah. So the rumours on the internet about you not being happy with what Eddie Hearn's doing at the moment, they're not true?
What rumours are they?
Loads of them saying that Sky are not happy with Eddie Hearn and what he's producing at the moment.
Well, he has to keep producing for us week in,
He
week
never
out.
said no, but
Eddie knows he's got to keep producing for us week in, week out. That's what we need. We want the best shows. We debate and argue all the time, but ultimately,
I think the general feeling is that this show is weaker than normal.
100%.
Because we're in a bit of a transitional period with the young stars coming through. March 30 is an absolute banger.
I wanted Joshua Buatsi to headline this show, and Joshua couldn't fight on this, so it wasn't ideal. Ted Cheeseman gets his chance. We've got a great card now assembled, and we move on. But March the 20th and March the 30th are exactly the sort of shows we should be having here. Eddie knows that. Yeah, and Eddie knows that Saturday fight nights are key here at 10 o'clock at night. It's not just about America, because through the night we know we're not going to get the viewers that we do at prime time here. So it's important to build stars here, and this is the year to do that with the Boatsis, with the Cordinas, with the Kellys, with the Okolis. This is the chance, and Ted's got a great chance on Saturday night to win a European title and cement his place as a possible bill topper.
what could be the potential situation on April 20th?
I think we'll do a pay-per-view.
Yeah. What, a heavyweight type style
like
one?
A heavyweight style night. We could run that into Hearn as well. after.
What's happening with Khan? We know it's at MSG. That's all we know now.
So again, we've got to really sort out what we're going to do on April 20th, and then we'll decide if we add Khan to that or we run with Khan, and that'll be a
Could you
Sky
do
decision.
a dual pay-per-view? Like,
Could do.
yeah.
Could do. But you know, the aim now is for Dillian White to box in April on pay-per-view, basically. But we've got to find the right opponent. We've got to build the right card. And
It's time. I mean, it's only a week after the 13th.
We
It's not
spoke
like-
to
10 or
Dillian
11
this week,
weeks,
and Dillian wants to fight in late April, so that will work. We just need to get the right
we're
opponent.
talking Brazil, Ortiz, Povetkin, all those big fights, are dangerous fights. We've already got the White Rhino against Lucas Brown.
Great.
I mean, maybe that could headline the
Love
pay-per-view.
that. Headline the pay-per-view.
Why don't you just put that on
Happy
at
to
Wembley?
I wonder how many buyers Dave Allen
And how many does it sell at Wembley?
at Wembley.
Rob, what do you reckon?
10,000?
17.
17. Yeah.
17,000.
10,000. Yeah. Oh,
17.
17,000.
No, 17.
17.
Yeah.
I think we do 10,000 at Wembley for the White Rhino against Lucas Brown.
Do you?
Yeah.
You're that confident?
Yeah, I'm not sure how good 10,000 would look in Wembley.
Yeah, it'd be perfect for the arena, wouldn't it? Or for maybe the
Well, I
old
said to
conference
Dave,
centre.
that will go. I said to Dave and Lucas Brown, that will go on the April pay-per-view, or it will headline on its own in Sheffield.
I think it's a good fight for a pay-per-view card.
Yeah.
Perfect.
Here's a question. After Anthony Joshua, has anyone been on more pay-per-view cards in the last 5 years than Dave Allen?
How many has he done? Do we know?
7?
Has he really?
7. He's been on 7 pay-per-view cards, I think.
He's saved many a pay-per-view.
He has, but he's also a lucky boy to get to get those opportunities. But every time he
You
goes,
make your own luck, Adam.
you do. Every time he goes out, he's cheered, and he's a great guy. You know, he's really real. He says it as it is, and good luck to him. And how far we can go with Dave, who knows? But it's a fun journey, you know.
50-50 against Lucas Brown.
Yeah.
Looks like he's training at least.
He's training.
I think he's done 4 or 5 days now.
KUGAN, you and I know the key is to have narratives and to have boxing journeys. You know, George Groves retired this week. What a journey he had. You know, ups and downs. You know, he did it his way, and he made his mark. He made some money, and he's got out at the right time. That's what you want for all fighters, to entertain us, but to also go out. You know, like Tony Bellew, go out on their notes and on the right. You know, with
There's a lot going out.
there are a lot going
That's
out.
why we need a lot coming in.
I know,
With
there
these
are.
boys.
Big names and all.
But I think it's exciting because these boys, if Cheeseman goes out there, puts in a great performance in a great fight, he moves on. And he stays headlining Saturday night fight nights, probably against the winner of Fowler Fitzgerald. If Boazzi goes out on the 23rd, looks great, again, he's a headliner. Josh Kelly, he's a headliner. So all these guys, but you're going to
But
see...
who is your next out-and-out potential pay-per-view star?
That I don't think, if you look at British boxing as a whole, who are the pay-per-view stars? There's only one pay-per-view fighter, really, and that's Joshua. The rest are pay-per-view in the right fight. You know, Dillian, Brook, Khan, Callum Smith,
Fury.
Yeah, I mean, Fury's all getting to the stage now where he might be a standalone pay-per-view star in any heavyweight
I think
fight.
so.
Yeah,
I think he
but
is.
really those two, Dillian, Dillian's now headlined 2 pay-per-views. So I class
Technically
him as,
3,
I class
if
him,
you want to count the Joshua fight.
Yeah, so I class him as a
Probably
pay-per-view.
it's probably AJ Fury and Dillian.
Yeah.
Actually, it's probably the 3 heavyweights.
And that shows you the draw of heavyweight boxing.
But we need somebody to come through. You're right, we do, and that's what this year's going to provide. I think.
Boazzi, Kelly,
Do they have potential to get their AJ status, in your opinion?
You'll never see that again in boxing.
You never say never.
You won't. I was talking about this the other day. AJ has had 2 fights at the Millennium Stadium in front of 80 and 78,000. He's had 2 fights at Wembley in front of 90,000 and 75,000. He's an absolute freak of nature, and we'll never see it again. Never.
Cheese ball over there.
He's going to have his little check way now. Cheese.
It's exciting to watch, isn't it, Cheese?
Yeah, but he's always in good fights.
It is a good fight.
Sold a lot of tickets. He's starting to get nice support now. Bermondsey boy.
That's it. How many have we got coming tomorrow?
I think we'll have over 5,000.
Any special guests in attendance tomorrow?
Look at the cheddar, look.
Ted.
Look, mate.
Hey, Ted.
Don't be shy.
We've got a world champion coming. Charlie Edwards is very
Monday.
excited about working with us.
Yeah.
Be announcing his next fight on Saturday as well.
Oh, really? On one of the shows you've already announced?
Yeah.
Okay.
World Championship boxing.
Yeah.
Charlie's become,
Great story.
Yeah, he is.
Great story.
Yeah.
Great story. You know,
boxed
he's
really well.
Yeah, and it's great to see somebody who's who had his chance, probably too early, didn't work out. He's had to sort of look at himself, come back, rebuild. Never lost confidence in himself, and I love that. You know, he's got a great relationship now with a team, a fantastic unit. He comes in, he wanted it so badly, he delivered, and it's fantastic. And the story with the family
as well.
and his
Good
brother. Nice guy as well, Charlie. Good story.
All right. Thank you very much for talking to IFL TV as always, Adam Smith.
What do you know, Coog?
What?
What can you tell us?
I don't know anything.
Wilder Fury, when's it going to happen?
I don't work for
First bid's
BT.
next week, isn't it?
5th of Feb.
First bid's next
5th
week.
of Feb,
Are
yeah.
you preparing your bid?
Of course.
Are you going in?
Of course. It won't happen, but we're ready.
That'll be done before then.
Are you going in on the Warrington Galahad bid as well? Heavy, yeah?
Oh, heavy.
Yeah.
No, I don't think we'll win that bid. Because I think BT will be looking to put it on box office. And for us, it will be a Saturday night fight.
What's the date for Saunders and...
June, I think. Something like that. May or June.
No, I meant the purse bid.
Oh, end of Feb, early March, something like that.
But you reckon something could be possibly
Yeah, I
done?
think so. I mean, it would make sense to do a deal. It's a 75-25 split, so we give Billy a lot more in a deal than we would in a first bid.
I
But
didn't know you get an extra 5% for travel.
travel only with WBO.
Oh, really? Didn't know that till you mentioned that yesterday.
You'd like a extra 5% when you travel, wouldn't you?
Well, we all would, wouldn't we? We all would, wouldn't we? Would you sell your life?
Soul for a fiver?
No, would you sell your life as a boxing promoter for £1 billion?
It's probably the valuation of Matchroom, so yeah.
You would. You'd be out of it, and
we had a
you could never
billion-
have anything to do with boxing ever again.
No, they wouldn't want that though. If someone bought Matchroom, they would say, Eddie,
No,
you
I'm
have
not-
to run
this is-
it because you're
forget
the
someone
you're the,
buying
you're the
Matchroom.
boss, you're
I'm
the
saying
don.
you getting out to sport.
Barry's the Don at
the Don.
Matchroom.
Someone saying to you, "Here's £1 million. You're out of sport. You never come back to it
£1
again."
million pounds.
No, £1 billion. £1 billion.
Yeah.
We know you've got £1 million probably tucked
No.
away there. Would you do it?
What's money, Eddie? You love it.
I do love it, but you know,
£1 billion.
Bazza says we're never selling. We've had loads of offers, but Bazza says we are not selling. So he says when I pop my clogs, I know you're going to flog it. So we'll see.
Who's your actual next in line?
To me, it's all over.
After
me.
it stops with you.
Yeah, it does. I
Does
don't
it
have
really?
any sons. We're done.
Would you want your daughters to be involved in the boxing business?
In the boxing business?
Yeah, no.
No, I fucking wouldn't.
Why?
The next Cafe Doovers.
Why?
No.
All right.
Mate, it's the worst business in the world.
You never know. So it doesn't go to Frank Smith then?
What, the company?
That's a pretty amazing rise if it does go to Frank
I
Smith.
know. Done well, haven't he? CEO.
Smith. Buzzing. He works hard. Where is he? Eating, I think, somewhere.
All right.
How's your weight going?
Currently 16.6, so I'm a little
well?
heavier. A little heavier.
You look well.
How's your weight, Eddie?
It was really good. And
Go
it's
on.
not too good again. I'm high 17s. What's your weight, Rob? What's your weight?
I never weigh
He's
myself.
nothing of him, isn't
30. I never weigh myself.
You can't be 13 stone.
Are you a
I
gym
never
goer?
weigh
Do
myself.
You go to the gym?
Yeah, 2 or 3 times a week
What,
when I can.
cardio or
Yeah, a bit of cardio, a bit of...
are you on the roids?
I'm on a roll. Yeah, that's me. That's
What about
me.
Tebbert?
Bit of tennis, Coop.
14.
Bit of tennis.
Yeah?
Bit of tennis, bit of gym.
Are your mates with
try.
He's 15 stone, Tebbert.
Are you really?
Higher. Higher than 15 stone.
Right, I weigh 16.6.
Can't, mate.
I'm less than.
Are you over 16 stone?
I'm touching 16.
Wow. I'm
must
nearly
be about
18 stone. I'm nearly 18 stone. I've got to lose a stone sharp.
Anyway, shout out to Boxing Social.
Yeah, I like boxing social.
Boxing
You know what I
Social.
like about Rob Tebbert? He has got a lot more integrity than you. Ooh, ouch.
Fair enough.
It's not a bad thing. Like,
Fair enough.
You turning it off now?
No. It just hold on, carry on.
Okay. Not in a bad way, but you will literally whore yourself out for 1,000 views. Rob, on the other hand, he's acts with integrity. He will only do the interviews that he feels is in the best interest of the sport of boxing.
I will say one thing to that.
Go on. Be careful.
No. The best footage I've ever filmed, I've never put it out. And some of that footage contains you.
You've put
No.
You film me doing stupid things,
Yeah,
right?
that's not
and
the
then
best footage.
you put it out without even asking me. Like
Why don't
me
it-
messing around.
do I need to
know how
ask
many
you?
times you've made me look like a prick by
All
me
right.
dancing or
All
just
right.
like having a funny 5 minutes, and you're
So-
like, "Oh yeah, Ed, go on, do that again. No, Ed, do that again. That was really funny."
All
And I
right.
get home, and it's like, "Here's Eddie today."
What, like in when we were the other day in New York?
Yeah, with that thing dancing.
I was
No,
holding
not that
this.
one, not that bit.
Oh,
Yeah, but like
okay.
in the car.
You
and-
love it, profile of you. People actually don't think you're a complete prick. They just think you're a bit of a prick.
That's all right. I'll take it.
All right.
Hey, I'm going to do an interview with Tebbet. So.
Go on,
Now,
Liz.
what about a couple of weeks of no interviews?
What with him? That's fine.
Well, no, with anyone.
What do you mean with me?
You wouldn't survive a couple of weeks.
Right,
Mate,
but-
yesterday,
One thing I will say about you, you
Yeah.
will literally talk to everyone.
everyone. No, because
you
they've
do.
made the trip.
No, you
Yesterday, I did about 12 interviews, and I literally was there for 2.5 hours after the press conference.
This is behind closed doors as well.
Yeah. I don't know what that meant.
do. I don't know what that meant either. All right. Well, by the way, when you're ready to show us these offers, let me know. Yeah.
Which office?
The offers you've apparently sent everyone. Yeah.
I've told you, but I'll show you as
Oh,
well.
show me. Yeah. Oh, no problem.